By the time we reach our 50s, most of us have lived enough to know the truth. Love isn't about filling a void. It's about sharing the fullness of who we already are. In this video, I want to take you deeper into the art of attracting the right partner, not out of need, but from wholeness. We'll explore real stories, practical steps, and mindset shifts that transform a life of searching into a life of magnetic presence, so you can stop chasing and start drawing the love that truly matches your energy. She used to stare at her phone, waiting for a message that never came. It wasn't about that man anymore, it was about the void she felt when no one was checking in. She had spent so many years pouring love into others that she forgot how to pour it back into herself. Until one morning, sitting alone with her coffee, she said something quietly, almost like a prayer. I don't want to be saved anymore. I want to fly. That was the day her transformation began. And if you're here, maybe you're standing in that same place. Between who you were in love, and who you're about to become. Let's walk that road together. Step 1, the wholeness audit. You must become the CEO of your own life, not its employee. That means looking, with both tenderness and truth, at the 4 pillars that sustain you. Keycap 1, financial sovereignty. When Anna turned 49, she realized she had no idea how much money she actually spent each month. Her ex had always handled the finances, and when he left, so did her sense of safety. She started small, 1 notebook, 1 column for income, 1 for expenses. She made a promise, never again will my peace depend on someone else's paycheck. That's where power begins, not in wealth, but in autonomy. Financial clarity isn't cold, it's freedom in numbers. It says, I choose to be here, not because I need you, but because I admire who you are. And trust me, a mature man feels that difference instantly. A woman who knows her worth in figures radiates a quiet authority that's magnetic. Keycap 2, territory of passion. Passion is oxygen for your soul. Luz used to say she didn't have time for hobbies. Her days were full, work, family, chores, but her heart felt numb. Then one day she signed up for a weekend pottery class. Just for fun, she said. By the 3rd class, she realized something sacred. She hadn't smiled like that in years. That's what passion does. It brings you back to your own aliveness. It doesn't have to make money or sense. It just has to light you up. A woman in her zone of passion is irresistible, not because she's trying to be, but because she's in flow, glowing with self-created joy. That's the woman a man makes time for. The one whose calendar is already full of life. Keycap 3, your circle of connection. After her divorce, Marta said, I didn't just lose a husband, I lost my social life. Because for years, every plan, every trip, every dinner, had included him. That's how dependency hides, inside shared calendars. But one afternoon, she called her college friend and said, let's go somewhere we've never been. They booked a cheap flight to Portugal. They got lost, laughed until midnight, and something clicked. That trip wasn't just a getaway, it was a resurrection. You need women who remind you who you are without the role of girlfriend, wife, or caretaker. Because no man should ever be your entire support system. That's not love, that's emotional bankruptcy. Keycap 4, health and energy. No one expects you to have a 25-year-old body. But you do need to honor the body that's carried you through storms. Julia began walking 20 minutes every morning. Not to lose weight, but to say, thank you, to her legs for all the places they'd carried her, even when her heart was broken. That's health at this stage, movement as gratitude, food as respect, rest as rebellion, because a wise man doesn't want to care for a patient. He wants to walk beside a woman who still has energy to dance, laugh, and enjoy life. Step 2, define your non-negotiables. This is where your queen energy takes the throne. You've lived enough to know what no longer fits. Now it's time to put it in writing, your personal constitution. I won't date a man who punishes my independence. I won't shrink to make someone else comfortable. It's non-negotiable that my partner is emotionally curious, not emotionally lazy. These aren't whims, they're filters. When you raise your standards, you don't lose men, you lose the ones who were never supposed to be there. Step 3, change the strategy. When you go out, go to enjoy, not to hunt. The hunter scans the room, searching. Her energy feels tight, anxious. But the woman who's simply enjoying her evening, sipping her wine, laughing with friends, shining in her element, is like gravity. She doesn't chase, she draws in. Join a cooking class, a hiking club, a language course, not to meet men, but to meet yourself again in motion. Because when you're living your best life, Connection stops being a mission and becomes a side effect. Avoid two roles at all costs. Adhesive bandage the emotional nurse, always trying to fix broken men. And heartbreak the past victim, retelling her pain as if it defines her. Healing means letting go of both. The shift from missing piece to masterpiece. We were all raised on a lie that love is about finding our missing half. But after everything you've lived, you are no longer half of anything. You're a whole orange, ripe, vibrant, fragrant, complete. Love, at this stage, isn't about being completed. It's about sharing abundance. I don't need you to make me happy. I choose to share my happiness with you. That's not dependency, that's freedom in love. And it's the kind that lasts. Final reflection, you are a landscape. Forget the puzzle metaphor, you were never missing pieces. You are a landscape, vast, complex, breathtaking. Your scars are mountains. Your passions are rivers. Your friends are forests. Your wisdom, ancient ruins that tell stories no one else can tell. And your self-love, the sun that rises over all of it. So the question is no longer, who will complete me? The real question is, who deserves to be invited into my landscape? Because the man who's truly worth your love won't want to change a single rock. He'll simply sit beside you, in awe, grateful to have found such beauty. Already complete. This is Magnetic Women. And if you're ready to stop searching and start radiating, stay close, because the desire of a mature man isn't awakened by beauty, but captured by wholeness. Now that we've explored the mindset, the stories, and the steps to attract love from wholeness, I want to hear from you. Which part of this video resonated most with you? Which idea will you start putting into practice tomorrow? Share your story in the comments. Your experience can inspire and teach other women who are on the same journey. Let's create a space where we learn, grow, and lift each other up. And if this video gave you clarity or motivation, don't forget to subscribe for more insights that help you stop searching and start attracting the love you deserve.